Oh yeah.
What we have here is a one-of-a-kind, ultra-rare, pretty much unmolested 1993 Acura Legend Coupe with the 3.2 liter Type 2 V6 mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. I've shown videos of this car, but I've never actually done one because I'm not lazy. I'm just really busy because I just moved into this location. So I'm gonna do the best I can and pretend that I'm a YouTuber and give you guys a little bit of info about this really cool car that's soon to become collector status, if not already. As we do the walk around, you can't really see it that great, but it was repainted. It was a Florida car, so I can imagine the paint was pretty dull or had some sun fade. I'm not sure because I bought it this way. It's got a very good shine to it. It was ceramic coated in its life. However, the closer you get and when you look at it, you can see a lot of orange peel, a really lousy tape job. You know, I don't know if it was Mako or what, but it's kind of a shame because otherwise it's pretty flawless. So anyhow, long-term goals with this car is to spend a significant amount of money and have it stripped, new trim, you name it, and repainted exactly the stock color that it is. Okay, so next we move on to the interior. And again, if it's hard to tell, I'm sorry, because it's really bright and sunny and 999 degrees in Florida right now, but it's pretty flawless. You can see the typical wear right here on the bolster, side bolster. It is garaged all the time. And look at that back seat. I don't think anybody ever sat in it. The only issues that I have with it is a pretty lousy stereo, CD player, if you will. I need to replace it. I don't like it. I want the Bose, but it's impossible to find one. We're gonna zoom in and look at that. Or we're not gonna zoom in. Hang on. 116, almost 117,000 miles. I mean, this thing is sweet. Step back and just gaze at that 90s luxury. All the windows work. All 4 windows go down. One last cool thing about the interior is, oh, what's that? An Acura car phone? No kidding. Does it work? I don't know. I would love to know if it did. All right, we're gonna go for a little test drive. Let's go. You know, the thing about these cars is, I think what's driving them up in value is they just don't make them anymore. They make nothing even close to this, especially Japanese, American, you name it. It's kind of sad. So back in the day when I was in high school, these were all over the place, and it was even then a high school dream car. So you'd get them, you'd lower them, you'd play with them, you'd put clear corners if you could even find them. You'd paint them, you name it. Not much else to do to these cars, but to find one in the wild nowadays, a similar example to this is kind of like finding a needle in a haystack. So it's really awesome. I love this car. I found it on eBay a couple of years ago, and I immediately bought it. There's just no question about it. You know, the paint kind of bothered me, but I figured, where are you going to find one? You know, beggars can't be choosers. So, I mean, listen, I don't know if you can hear it. Well, you can't hear anything. I think this car had like a 66 or 68 decibel when Car and Driver tested it back in 1993. There's just something about driving it that transforms you back into the 90s, which is where I spent my youth. I mean, it still gets 29, 30 miles per gallon. It shifts smooth. It's just an awesome car. I really love it. Any excuse I get to drive it, other than I can't drive it because I have kids and I have car seats, but when I don't have to tote the kids around, this is my car of choice. I just took it to Charlotte, did a 600-mile trip 6-8 months ago to watch the Jaguars lose, and the highlight of that trip was being in this car, for sure. So this is pretty much it. Forgive my lousy video skills. I'll get better one of these days, but this car is just so cool I had to do something about it. Any suggestions, comments, criticisms, doesn't bother me one bit. Just subscribe to Andrew's Autos. I really appreciate it. Suck it in.